All right, we are doing a quick little look at the Cora Apartments. It's probably gonna be our first video. We're gonna do a one with a bit better look at the um, Hilo Park, which is right down where the Texas and Fiesta casinos used to be. But Cora Apartments, why do we like these? They're on a Rancho. Many of our multi-unit properties are in some of the worst neighborhoods. This is actually a neighborhood that has an immense amount of transition happening around here. Right across the street, you can see the Arcadia subdivision, brand new or newish homes built in the last 5 years. Literally across the street, behind those, another new home subdivision. To the north of those, brand new Beezer homes going up, and of course, Hilo Park. But again, this is fully gated. When we get back to the Cora Apartments, 30 units, no pool, no spa, laundry facility on the property, all desert landscaping. I think there's plenty of room to add a couple more community features, maybe an artificial grass area, maybe a barbecue area, and some of the front areas like here where it's just basically all desert landscaping, just to add a few kind of community niceties without having to have something that requires a lot of maintenance. What's good about this community, again, it's a multi-unit, 30-unit building, but it's not in a horrendous neighborhood like a lot of your multi-units are here in Las Vegas and Henderson. It's also not in amongst a sea of other multi-unit buildings. To the south, this is a mini storage building. You saw back there. Right behind it is all residential. Older residential. It's an old area, but residential nonetheless. Um, it's gated. There's no like walking through the community to get anywhere because it's not in the path of anywhere. People are going there or live there. Right back there, you saw kind of the backside of the community. It's not a big property. It's only a little over an acre, and so you got like 1.3 or 4 in terms of the acreage. You don't have this giant. I'm sorry, it's 1.7 acres. You have this giant amount of land to maintain. Again, fully gated. Two different entrances to the front parking or the parking that's there more on the south. Super convenient, two-story buildings. I think there's actually an opportunity to put solar on these buildings, and so that we can basically take care of all the common area lighting and those kind of things, and take that expense out of here. But this is an actual complex, named, all those kind of things. We're going to take a quick look across the street at this Arcadia subdivision, then drive a little further down Rancho. Sorry about all the dust on the front of the car. Was in a construction site earlier and drove through like a hailstorm of cement and dust and such. But anyways, gated Arcadia across the street. Beautiful subdivision, community park, little play area. This essentially are like attached. They're almost townhome style buildings, if you will. They all have two-car garages. But the big thing, this is a newer build. This is what's happening in this area. Developers are snatching up these big open lots, putting properties in here and filling them up quick, fast. Why? Because they can actually price them at a reasonable rate versus what you can price things at in your Southern Highlands or some little different areas where people are getting priced out. Here we actually have room to grow when we look at that Cora Park community. And again, there's all these newer buildings around here which are going to be, price drivers for the area, because these units are going to sell and rent for much higher than what's over at the Cora Apartments. So they'll drag that price up. They'll take those $1,200 units and the $1,400 units, and they'll still be a considerable bargain compared to what's in most parts of town. So you'll still have a lot of people trying to rent the units. Now, that's all fine and dandy if you price wise, but what makes it even better, in my opinion, this core unit is all the commercial development in the area. I mean, again, right down the road, they're building Hilo Park, 73-acre development that's happening there. Stores, shops, sporting, hockey. It's going to be a phenomenal space. I'm not quite sure why I drove through the whole community. Didn't realize it was so big, truthfully. But I'm getting out of here, heading back up to Rancho. We can take a quick look across the street after we're looking when we get to the corner here at about 1 o'clock on the clock. If 12 is straight ahead, you'll see the core apartments. And again, it's Rancho. You put a for rent or basically open vacancy sign out front. That's your whole gate. No problem getting that thing rented, and all these people driving by up and down seeing there's vacancy. Definitely a chance for to get renters quite easily. Again, I like the area. I like development. I like when there's other development other than you. Again, to our south right there, that's a little mobile home park I was telling you about. No other multi-units around. Then you have basically some more commercial. Then you'll have the Wildfire Casino. To your right, what is this? Beazer building brand new homes. Why would Beazer be building brand new homes? Because these are the kind of areas where developers can still make money, and people who own multi-units can still actually buy and make money, get some value add proposition, which is what you guys are looking for. I think this is a great value add opportunity because, again, these new Beazer homes, this new development, this high-low park, these things going in are going to be price drivers. That is what used to be the Fiesta. The Texas is just past that. Again, we're going to coming to the end of the video, but going to get out, meet you guys over here, check out the area. I think this is probably one of our best opportunities that's not on the corner of Assault and Battery, and much of what would normally be capital expense for a new buyer has already been taken care of. So we can move in, do some small improvements, and look to find a way to drive these prices up with a nice, basically, community of possible renters coming on board soon with these new developments.